All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, gonna be talking about Ricky Metlock, and I guess he just flipped off the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I like that. All right, but I'm going to talk about Ricky and why he probably shouldn't be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It depends if you look at every detail of the beginning of a band and who put in some effort during the band's career. I'm thinking about like the Eagles. They could have probably put in like J.D. Souther, right? Because he did some stuff with the Eagles, and Jack Tempchin, those guys, they did stuff with the Eagles. So just some observations. But before I get to these observations and Ricky giving them the bird, which is still good. Blackberry Smoke, Be Right Here, amazing band. People now, unfortunately, are aware of this band because the drummer just passed away from a very aggressive form of cancer. Was diagnosed in 2022. I'm just going to leave it there. You can watch my video on the topic from yesterday, but just a fantastic album. And go listen to it. Maybe order yourself a copy of this. It might help the drummer's family if you actually purchase the music instead of just streaming it all the time. Streaming almost is like just a waste of time for the artist as far as revenue goes. So anyway, Blackberry Smoke, great Southern rock the way it's supposed to be made. Leonard Skinnard in the old days, that's how they made their music too. And what's weird is I didn't know that Ricky Metlock played drums and sang with Leonard Skinnard back in 1971 and 1972. He's got to be kind of an old dude, right? That's before he returned back to Blackfoot, which, hey, you could make an argument maybe Blackfoot should be in the Hall of Fame. Probably not, because Molly Hatchet isn't in the Hall of Fame. The Outlaws aren't in the Hall of Fame. The Marshall Tucker Band is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's just a short list for you right there. The Charlie Daniels Band is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The late, great Charlie Daniels, who was just a pleasure to listen to, not only as a singer, but as somebody who spoke the truth. And he was a truthful man. He was a follower of Jesus. And that guy, definitely somebody that I miss hearing from him. So anyway, they talk about Ricky's drumming and vocals, also appearing on Street Survivors via the original demo of One More Time, as well as the 1978 compilation, Skinnard's First and Last, released after singer Ronnie Van Zant, guitarist Steve Gaines, vocalist Cassie Gaines were killed in the plane crash. Despite these contributions, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame did not consider Metlock a classic era member. So I don't think this is really biased in a political way. I just think that I don't know if Ricky did enough. And was he ever like named a member on an album cover? Was he said to be in this band when people could read it and say, oh, Ricky Metlock, he's in this band and there's his picture with the rest of the guys? No, I don't think so. I like Ricky Metlock though, but I don't think he was ever officially in the public eye as a member of Leonard Skinnard. So I think that's where the difficulty comes from. I mean, in some cases, you've got minor contributors. Some people would say when Journey was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you had guys like Ainsley Dunbar, who got in, and he played drums though. Notice how Robert Fleischman, who was in the band as a singer prior to Steve Perry, he didn't get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I don't think he deserved to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, maybe Ricky did more for the band. Ricky's been in Skinnard, though, since 1996. And that next era band, even though a lot of people really enjoy this current lineup, doesn't hold a candle Sorry, doesn't hold a candle to the band that was there at the beginning from 73 to 77. It's just a fact. And I think that's where the Hall of Fame went when making that decision. Omitting Ricky Metlock may have been a minor mistake, but this is Monday morning quarterbacking. I'm sure Ricky Metlock doesn't like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as an institution. So, pointing the finger at them, shedding light on the fact that there are so many other bands, Ricky, no offense to you, but there are so many other bands. I just listed a whole bunch of Southern rock bands, including what I would consider to be his band, Blackfoot, who aren't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How can we talk about Ricky Metlock right now if the Charlie Daniels Band isn't in the Hall of Fame? I mean, I think we need a little perspective here, but it's good. I appreciate the middle finger to the Hall of Fame. Maybe he should have been in, maybe not. What he ought to do is raise awareness for some of his contemporaries, like the Outlaws. The Outlaws aren't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Just ridiculous. I mean, Skinnard and the Outlaws, they were like, one and the other. I mean, Skinnard obviously way bigger, but the Outlaws with the guitar army and just the sound that they had, Huey Thomason, Henry Paul, who's still going strong out there. They're not in. They're not in. Molly Hatchet, who still kind of sounds like Molly Hatchet, but with 0 original members. That original Molly Hatchet was very unique, very interesting. And this is music, by the way, that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame doesn't like. They do not like Southern rock. They don't like what the South is all about for the most part. So I think there is a political calculation here. So I guess it's fortunate for Leonard Skinnard that they actually got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think the plane crash probably helped Skinnard get in there, which is just really sad, but it's true. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Couple of things before I go. Revenue has crashed again. So if you like what I do over here, there are like 3 different ways now to help out. There's Patreon, there's YouTube memberships, and there's this new thing called Buy Me a Coffee. All right, Buy Me a Coffee. I know a lot of people think I like to beg for money or ask for help, but I really don't. I wish people would just do what they want to do, in the sense that if you want to help out, help out. And I don't have to ask people to help out. That would be the best case scenario. But I find that if I remind people and talk about it, that's when I might get a new supporter here or there. I appreciate all the patrons, all the YouTube members, and those people who have bought me a coffee. Not a lot of them yet, but I'm still kind of working out the bugs with that particular application. So we'll see how that works out. But if you just wanted to do a one-time thing, hey, man, I don't really like you that much, so I'm just going to do this one-time thing. I am really fighting against an algorithm which senses that I'm not playing nice sometimes with certain topics. So that's just, I don't know, there's no way around that. I know other channels that specified or did this stuff from the very beginning. I think they do better in some regards, but I've heard that a lot of folks have taken a real big hit since early last year. So I'm going on a year of this. And I did so much better, say, back in 2021, 2022. So anyway, folks, if you can help me out, great. If not, I completely understand. Before I go, one more time, it is Blackberry Smoke and Be Right Here. Check this album out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. In fact, this is the next generation of Southern rock that should have gotten radio support 15 years ago, probably. But anyway, sad about the drummer. Maybe people will pay attention to this band because of the unfortunate and premature passing of the drummer who had a very aggressive form of cancer. And so our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. God bless everyone. Please pray for peace here, around the world, in the Middle East, wherever peace can be found or had. And I will talk to you soon.